Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for Everyday Vlogmas Day 12. Okay, let's go ahead with this palette. Now, I don't see anything really to put all over the eye because this one has some shimmer in it. This one is a little bit deep. I'd love to put that in the crease. Or I guess we could try that. We could try this like a little bit all over and go in here with a crease. Let's experiment. Actually, this isn't as deep as I thought it was going to be, so I think this will work. Okay, that's pretty. I thought it was going to be more like a deep mocha color, but it really is just a pretty kind of light, warm, like almost a lilac beige color. Let's go into the crease with this color now. This is a very mauvey color. Okay, let's go in with this deepest shade, the plum color. Yeah, I always think that last color on the end there kind of pulls everything together. I'm gonna take this color right here and tap it on my eyelids. Kind of right in the middle. Ooh, it's a pretty cool color. Just kind of between those two shades, that deeper purple shade, and then the rest of my eyelid, that's where I'm placing this. Just taking this shimmery shade right here, taking that under the lower lash line. Just gonna take this color now and go in the most outer corner. Now we're going to take this color right here, this shimmery pink color, and go in the inner corner. I thought since I use these again, I'd explain the difference between Cassis and Purple Choc. I do have a video on all of these eyeliners by Chanel if you'd like to see it, but I do swatches. I put some light on them so you can see if there's any shimmer, and they all have different levels of shimmer as well, so they're not either matte or shimmery. The shimmers sometimes have very small particles, and in this case, the Purple Choc has some of the chunkiest particles, even though they're not that chunky, but let me show you the difference. So this here is Cassis, and this is Purple Choc. So you can see from far away, there's more of a reflective quality about it, and then this one doesn't have that. Next, I thought we could apply some of the other Hourglass products that I talked about because there were questions about the finishes and where I place various powders. So I thought we could do that today. So I'm just gonna take the bronzer, which is again in Radiant Bronze Light, and I'm gonna apply that first. So you can see how warm this is. I think I did this in another video recently, but just because I thought it'd be nice to see everything kind of together if you were interested in the Hourglass. Then in the middle of my face, I like to put in dim light or soft light. Now, dim light is something you can buy as a single, so I thought I would demonstrate that one because right now soft light is only available in that holiday quad. So if you didn't want to buy that whole thing, you can go in with something like dim light. I like dim light because it doesn't have as much reflection, so it's more of a blurring. So you can see a little bit of the darkness still. So you can see how it just like perfects and blurs versus the side which doesn't have any. So I do like to apply this to the center of my face because I don't like as much shimmer there. So it's a perfect one for this area. So blurring, but no shimmer. For my taste, if I add glow, I like it more in this area right here, not so much in the center. Okay, I just dropped it. So for my taste, anything with a glow, I like in this particular area. So not in the center, but like right here in the cheekbone area. So we're gonna take a little bit of the Luminous light, the more shimmery, and I'm actually gonna add it on my cheek area starting right here, kind of where the pores end, and just put it on my cheeks like this. And then we'll put blush on top of that. You can see there's a glow, but I'm gonna stop right here just because I don't want it to emphasize the pores. I'm gonna take this down my nose like as if it were a highlighter. So you can see there, you get that glow, but you don't have it emphasizing pores. And then I did want to show you Radiant Light. I used to use this all over my face, but I'm not nearly as tan as I used to be, so I'm gonna take it and just go on the outside part of my face, like this. And you can see there's a sheen on it, but it's not nearly this degree of the Luminous light. But it has more of a sheen than dim light. I love this one too. If I have sunscreen on and it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, I'll go in with something like this to kind of give it a little bit more life and bring that color back. So I hope that was helpful for you if you had questions about where I place the Hourglass items. Let's go in with this blush I rarely use, but it's really pretty. It's the Dior Backstage in Coral. Oh, yes, but I don't like this mirror, I forgot. I can't see anything in that mirror. I went with a warmer blush because I like the combination actually of purple and orange together. I think that's a really beautiful color combination. I just dropped something else. So you know how I have a rug now? It landed actually on the part that doesn't have the rug, of course, but it actually stayed intact. So we're gonna take the Euphoric Strobe Light. And then of course the Hermès lipstick came to mind. I love this one so much, number 21. That is another really beautiful Dior palette. So what I thought we would do right now, this is going to be difficult. I'm going to try to rank my palettes. I will show you all of my Dior palettes that I have at this point, and I will try to rank them for you based on, gosh, maybe the ones I think I'll use the most. Well, actually that might be different. The ones I use the most might be different than the ones that I like the most. So maybe we'll have two different rankings. Let's see how it goes. We have all the palettes that I have so far, starting on the top left, Nude Dress, Jungle, New Look, and then on the second row below that, we have Tutu, Mitzah, and Denim. We've got Nude Dress, Jungle, and New Look. Starting over here, we have Tutu, Mitzah, and then Denim. Now for the hard part, I'm going to try and order them in, let's see, most used, or the ones I think I'll use the most versus the least. So I'll put most used versus least used. Let's see how this goes. I haven't thought about this yet. I don't know if that surprises you, but I knew Mitzah, like I just love all the shades in there, so that one was pretty easy. Then I think this one, Nude Dress, because it's such a neutral palette, it goes with so many different things. Then I thought this is really pretty for some color, so I still consider things like purple more on the neutral side, so these are more like the neutral palettes. Then here we've got Jungle that has a little bit more interest here, but still very usable colors like this color as well as this one. And I like that as kind of like your accent color. It's a little bit nondescript, kind of looks like black olive color to me. And then this one I haven't really pulled for New Look, but it's still more neutral than say this. So this is the one I think I would use the least, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. Actually, I like this one quite a bit, but I don't know how often I would actually wear the blue. So this is my ranking in terms of most used to least used in terms of how I anticipate using them. Now let's go ahead and rank these based on what I like the best. Okay, so we have a little bit of a different order. Now Mitzah is still up here as number 1, so it's going to be my probably most used and most loved. I Again, I love all the shades in here. I think they're so pretty. This is actually the one that caught my eye the first release. I didn't purchase any. Denim one looked interesting, but it was really the second release, and it was this Mitzah that got me into all of these palettes. So this was my very first one. I still love it. I think it's so beautiful. Then I picked Denim as the second, even though I might not wear it very often. It was just so pretty. I really enjoyed the experience of applying this and really loved the way that it looked. So if I can get a more wearable look of this, I might experiment a little bit more with this, but I just think these colors are so stunning. So even just looking at it, it just stands out to me amongst these palettes. Then this was a little surprising because I didn't know if this would show up on me, but it's really just a beautiful combination of colors. It's really subtle. I think it will go, again, with so many different looks. So if you want something a little bit more natural, this is so pretty. Then I think Tutu is really beautiful as well, but it's not as unique, I would say, as any of the ones on the top that I'm looking at. And that's probably why I placed it a little bit further down, because I feel like these colors are a little easier to come by than the other ones. Then Jungle is kind of in the same place as Tutu. If I could put these in the same spot, I would. Yeah, they just didn't rank as high as the first three because I really love those three, but I really still like these. But if I had to put them in an order, that's where this one landed. This is still a beautiful palette, but it just didn't catch my eye as much as the other ones, especially those top two that I have, Mitzah and Denim. So there you go. And that is it for day 12. Tomorrow will be a live, so at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will start over here on the live on this channel with Abby Bliss White. So make sure you subscribe to her as well, because we're going to do a gift exchange. We will open everything over here and get started, and then at 2:30 we are going over to Abby's channel to watch the rest of it. So 2 o'clock here and 2:30 over at Abby's channel. So I hope you'll have the chance to tune in, but that's it for today's video. So please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.